Hey, everybody. Kristin and Tanner here from One World Wellness. Just checking in with our good friend, Dr. Ariel Jones.
Yeah, Ariel. Hey, Ariel. She's bringing her detoxing retreat down to Mexico, joining us starting February 4th. Tell us about what you do, Ariel.
Hi, Kristin and Tanner. Thanks for having me. I'm a naturopathic doctor in Canada, in Vancouver, BC, and I specialize in water fasting retreats and deep detox. And I'm really excited to be able to offer the retreat that we're doing with you guys on February 4th. I think it's going to be really transformative for a couple of reasons. Water fasting is an amazing process, and it's something that I learned about personally when I was in Hawaii doing my residency. It's a total reconnection, and I say that as in a reconnection to the universe, but it's a reconnection to our bodies, and it's a harmonization, and it's pretty spectacular. And something I learned recently is you don't have to do it, 8 days or 10 days as is usually medically prescribed. Even just an intro to water fasting of 2 to 3 days has amazing transformative benefits. And so in the work that I do here, that's what I've learned. And I'm really happy and excited to be able to offer that next year in Mexico.
Awesome. So can you just give us a brief breakdown of day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what's that going to look like for people?
So the sacred medicine journey that we're offering is a combination of me offering the deep detox and a really good friend of mine who I've been working with since 2012, Kristina Saul, who is a shaman and keeper of a really special plant medicine called the Paloma Blanca, which is a form of ayahuasca. It's considered the moon ayahuasca, or the mother. And Kristina and I have come together to create a really transformative process for people that involves first getting cleared out, which is where I come in, cleared out, centered, zeroed, so that when they're taking the plant in, they can really experience the benefits. They can really be clear to be able to hear the messages and really let go of things that they want to release and open their hearts. So the way we're going to do it is it's going to be gentle. I want to teach people about water fasting, but I also want it to be a nice experience. So we're going to do 2 days of juice, fresh live juices, which we're going to have access to while we're there, which you guys know. And that'll kind of get people, get their bodies ready, and juice can be a detox in itself, So that's do 2 days of juices, 3 days of water fasting, which will be the deep work. And then we'll come out of it doing 2 days of raw vegan meals. And that's a total of 7. And that'll be the offering.
Beautiful. And I mean, to have the access to your medical consultation during those 7 days is a huge benefit to people. I know I've done some of my own fasting on my own and probably should have been supervised medically, but so that'll be a huge gift for people to have that observation and to be able to check in with you throughout that process.
Totally. And so that leads me to Ariel. What kind of people do you think would be best suited to join in this 2-week experience with you? I know that this as human beings, we all have our own physical conditions that become challenging throughout our lives. What are some of the top things you think people might be facing that could really benefit from this retreat?
So Kristina, when she would do her interviews before her plant spirit medicine retreats, would ask people one question, and that just came to mind when you asked me that. She would always ask you, "Are you ready to change?" And it's not an easy question. And I remember being like, "How much?" or something. That when you asked me that was what came in, is people who are ready for a change. So that being said, from the medical perspective, and thank you, Tanner, for saying that it's, nice for people that I'm going to be there, and I will be there. I'll be on site for people to ask questions to and to guide. Everybody's sort of dealing with this epidemic of stress and fatigue and anxiety, and it's a little bit of a trifecta that I see every day in practice. People need a reset. They need a reset and a regeneration, and that's what Mexico offers on its own, without being in a retreat, without having a chef, without having a 24-hour doctor. But that's one of the main things that I think a detox helps with is sort of like a mental detox. But then there's also all the chronic conditions that people are facing, like GI issues, anything from indigestion, candida that Kristin, you were mentioning earlier, and digestive issues. A lot of people are inflamed. A lot of people are experiencing bloating. But healthy digestion is really integral to all aspects of life. They say that they call our gut the second brain. 90% of our serotonin is made in the gut, which has huge impact on mental health. So digestive health is number one. But, water fasting is curative. It's a curative treatment, depending on the number of days that you do it. But that was one of the things that attracted me to water fasting, is it truly is natural medicine, and it truly is curative. So,
for sure.
Right, and it's allowing the body to regenerate itself, to do the process that our body knows how to do, how to heal itself, if we just give it the time and space.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It amazed me. The very first time I did a water fast, my first time was in 2014 in Hawaii. It was 8 days. And actually on my website is a bit of a blog that gets a lot of hits because I post a picture of my tongue every day and the transformation and detox that happens. But yeah, it really blew me away, the healing powers of water fasting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great. Well, we're really excited to have you joining us at the retreat center at Los Milagritos in Puerto Escondido, and Tanner and I will also be there. We'll be offering some yoga and just support. We'll be part of the support team on site. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is that it's going to be a very small group. It'll be a very intimate retreat. There will be a lot of one-on-one time. There will be opportunities for us to all sit down and connect with each other, conscious conversation. We'll share meals. The ocean is a very short walk away. There's a lot of nature around the center where we'll be. There's lots of trees and birds. And like you said, being here in Mexico, we just arrived a few days ago, and it's been deeply therapeutic already. There's a different vibe, there's a different energy. And, when you take that combined with the detoxification and the knowledge that you have, plus some yoga, plus plant medicine ceremonies, people just won't come out the same. They will be.
It's a recipe for transformation.
You'll be a brand new, beautiful version of yourself. And I love what you said about the change, because having experience ourselves both with detoxing, fasting, and ayahuasca plant medicine, you have to be ready to change. And it doesn't mean there's not, maybe a little fear that comes up or something, but I would never want to go back to who I was before I experienced all those things, because life has become much grander and I have so much more clarity in mind, body, and spirit now. And I wish that for anyone who's ready to make a change. It's really incredible, and I'm just so excited for you and Christina to come join us. And we'll actually be interviewing Christina. We're in the town where she's at right now, and we're looking forward to sitting down to do an interview like this with her, so she can kind of tag on to everything that you're sharing here.
Mm-hmm.
Christina and I have been talking about doing a retreat together for 3 years. So this is the accumulation of all of that planning and meditating, and and we're thrilled, we're excited. We think it's a really good combination, like you're saying, like just to be in Mexico So, but to do that, I have experienced quite a bit of her plant spirit medicine, and it has been life-changing for me. And people have done water fasts, and it has been life-changing for them. And the combination of them, we don't even know what's going to happen. It's in some ways an experiment. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to see things happen for it. It's going to be the manifestation of changes and actualization that people have been wishing and hoping for their whole lives. And Kristin and I will both be doing it also. And hopefully it'll be a template for the future. But yeah, we look forward to having people. And like you said, it's going to be a small group. It's we actually only have 6 spots left. It's a maximum of 7. So we're going to be holding a tight container and a safe and sacred space.
That's beautiful.
I have goosebumps.
I'd just like to speak a little bit to what you're saying about how to clean ourselves up physically before we experience this plant medicine. I have some experience with plant medicine and also with, conforming to a pretty strict diet and adherences prior to doing the medicine. And I just think that this offering is so dynamic. I've spoken to shamans that have expressed their experience with people only having a really uncomfortable physical experience when they just go straight into sitting with the medicine without really preparing the body for containing this medicine. Our body is our temple, and we want to have it in the best way possible to get the most out of this journey. To get to have 3 journeys with Kristina after a week of really clearing our diet up and addressing the fundamental elements of our body, that to me is just such an amazing offering. I'm really excited to be there and just to be able to hold space for the people that show up and to see what transpires for everyone. It's, my head's
Us too, exactly. We're really looking forward to seeing what transpires. And to that effect, I just wanted to say one last thing, which is that I'm going to have a medical consultation with everybody who comes down beforehand. So if anybody has any questions or concerns about medications that they might be on or the current state of their physical health, then we'll definitely have time to talk about that. It's included in the fee, and we'll do follow-up as well. And I look forward to continuing that conversation and connection with people after the retreat for continuity and integration.
And that was the last piece I wanted to add in was how special of an opportunity this is. Tanner and I, we're kind of in a network of people where we hear a lot about plant medicines and detoxing and all these kinds of retreats and events. And, to us, we've been a part of enough of these kinds of things where it's kind of a one-time thing. Maybe it's 12 hours of a plant medicine and then everyone goes home. And so in this case, there's a whole week of the detoxing, which will address us on all levels, body, mind, and spirit. There's a whole week for the group to be together there. Then there's a whole second week of the plant medicine journeys interspersed with integration time and the fact that we have 2 weeks together. It's a sacred space. It's a safe container. There's a sense of compassion and nurturing and support and encouragement where people just won't get that in so many other scenarios that we've seen or been a part of, which, we're not bad, but this just seems like next level, like really, really special. And I just feel really giddy, like thinking that people are getting this opportunity and we know you and we know us and we're getting to know Kristina better. And it just feels like just a beautiful combination of souls and energy and a kind of a safe nest for, big transformation to happen for all of us. And I just wanted to ask you to tell us and tell people that are watching how they can contact you, what your website is, and how they can move forward if they're interested in joining us.
Yeah, a full description of the program is on my website, drarieljones.com. So that's drarieljones.com. And I have a tab under retreats for Mexico retreat. So there's definitely information there. There's also information on Facebook. You can look up the Sacred Medicine Journey. It's an event, or my doctor Facebook page. yeah, all the information's there. And of course, anyone can feel free to get a hold of me through either email, Facebook Messenger, or anything like that. I'm happy to talk with people. I have time.
Awesome. Yeah, you can also find the link to your guys' page through our website, oneworldwellness.info. There's a tab there, 2018 Mexico retreats, and they can link up with you guys through there and find out more information. They can check out Kristina's website, which is really beautiful and has a lot of really valuable information on it too. I was looking at it yesterday and it's really, really well done. So yeah, well, really grateful to be able to talk to you a little bit and just share some conversation about this retreat. It's really exciting and we're thrilled to have you coming down to join us.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. Thanks, you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Ariel.
Bye.
Bye.